This is the House of Parliament where men and women have sat for decades, making decisions that would affect all our lives. Do they really work in the interest of the people or themselves? They sit at the round tables, trying to decipher which way to turn. Is it left or is it right? Have the people benefited from those decisions? Our people have suffered for far too long. Change should not be a figment of the imagination, but reality. Every boy, every girl, every man, every woman are equally important. The market vendor joyfully sells her produce. The fish vendor skillfully uses his cutlass to cut the fish. Keep on working. Let your smile be your motivation. Build a community of brotherly and sisterly love. Don't give up on your dreams. Surround yourself with positive thinkers. Think big and keep on moving. Keep pushing the envelope. Yes, push that envelope until you have succeeded. You may have made many mistakes, but that is no reason to stop. Don't you dare give up. Get ready for that overflow. Get ready for that breakthrough. The overflow is coming. Showers of blessings. Stay cool. Stay calm. Stay collective. Ride the rough waves of life. Hold on to that rope tightly. Just keep working. Keep moving. Keep believing. Self-motivation. Well, hello there, and welcome to Lies and Deceit. I am your host, Soraya Alexander, affectionately known as So-So. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just feel so happy tonight because those who are here really want to hear the truth. My encouragement to every St. Lucian: allow your thought process and your thinking to be dictated by none but by yourself. Arise above the fray. Arise above the noises. And as I have said, I have been here for 10 months teaching. I am not going to stop, and I am not going to sing anybody's narrative. And as I have said, you are free to live the life. You are free to go, because what you see is what you get. And let me welcome all my people on GVD TV Flow 115. You will be with you shortly. Vitus has some advertisement, some death announcements going through. So the time slot for him to be done is 8:41. So, the real meat of the show should, start a little bit after that, because I'll speak to you and I will talk to you. Right? So many people thought that So-So was dead. Many people thought the coffee shop was dead. It is not dead, because as I said to you, it was not man. Thank you, Kyle. I look amazing tonight. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you. Kyle Nestor, thank you. Good night, Karen. Good night. Good night, John. Because many people thought that Soraya was dead. And I cannot say that I'm disappointed in people, because I expect anything from people. It taught me, not that I didn't know, that people want me to sing their narrative. Now, if I'm going to be very frank with you, thank you, Greta, thanks. You love my color, thank you. If you want to support So-So, support So-So with no agenda. Many of the UWP supporters who were supporting me, they canceled their membership because they said they felt betrayed. I am not going to betray my country for SLP or UWP. I will not do that. So if you do not want to support me, if you do not want to buy coffees, you are free. Me again, good. Where are you, Cuthbert Dawa? Because I know some of my people are across the world. But thanks for joining me, Cuthbert. Thanks for joining me. Let me tell you, people, my mission will not be derailed by anybody. And as I said, if you want to support me because you are open-minded. And I'm very, very happy that people have shown their true colors. They wanted Soraya Alexander to sing the UWP narrative. I am not Richard Frederick. I am Soraya Alexander, the greatest of all times, and I will speak the narrative of the people of St. Lucia. I am not a Richard Frederick who bashed Shasney to the ground, kicked him to the ground. I am Soraya Alexander, the greatest of all times, that will deal with the St. Lucia Labour Party government, that will deal with the United Workers' Party, because we need a better St. Lucia. Not for me, as I've always said, because we are going. And let me tell you all something, people. The more you come for me is the more I excel. And it is amazing. It is very, very, very amazing. Mr. Producer, you can check with Vitus to ensure that if we on, okay, my phone is a little fast, so because I don't want to go into the meat of things, and I want my people on TV. My people, I excel through adversity. Okay, now the buy me a coffee, the link is there. I am saying to you, only buy coffee, only become a member if you are ready for truth. But if you were buying the coffee, sponsoring me, because somebody who was a member of mine canceled and say they feel betrayed. Well, that is your opinion, I respect you, but I will not sing any political party narrative because I'm going to lose my credibility. I am not going to sing anybody's political narrative. I am here for truth. I am here to speak truth. So we have done our first podcast, and to all the people who stayed as members on my Buy Me a Coffee platform, and I just want to thank you and appreciate you, because I know you are for country and you are not for party. And let me tell you what happened, people. When you are sent by God, the attacks will be there. When you are sent by God, the attacks will be there. So much so, it's not, let me put on. Hi, Alma Raphael on YouTube. How are you, darling? How are you? Welcome. Good night already inside. I saw your comment on Monday, and it was so fantastic. We need people like you to continue listening to the show. And you would not believe, people, let me tell you something. Okay, in 4 minutes, I'm just going to, talk still. In 4 minutes, we should be on TV. The deaf announcements should be done. You would not believe, people, how destructive. And when I spoke about Stephen King, y'all felt betrayed. I could say I felt betrayed, but I will not say I felt betrayed, because I know people. I know that's how people are. They only love you for a season when you sing their narrative. And could you believe the same destructive behavior that the St. Lucia Labour Party showed towards Alan Shasney, right? It's the same destructive behavior the United Workers' Party supporters are showing towards me. So much so, and I want to shout out Vitus Peter. Vitus is somebody I can work with, because we think for ourselves. And let me shout out, I want to shout y'all out, but when y'all, my senior citizens, when we get on TV, I will shout y'all out. Imagine, let me show you how destructive they are, so you would understand why I looked at Stephen King and said what I said, and I hold to my guns. They were so destructive. They were even trying to implant things in GVD TV mine for me not to come on the show. But you see, what you have to realize, we expose lies and deceit. We are not here to see anybody's narrative, not now, not ever. And our goal is to open your minds. You mean to tell me for 10 months, gonna be 11 months, we have been here teaching, and then the report that was done, or the study that was done, that said that we are second to last in the low IQ. I tend to believe it. I tend to believe it. And people, I am telling you, we are here for a reason, because we want our children, their children, to have a better St. Lucia. We want our young people to realize it is okay to speak. Why do you think many young people don't talk? Why do you think they don't say anything, right? They don't say anything because of the attacks. So this is why a lot of good young people won't go into politics. Because look at the attacks. They love me then. They love me then, and they hate me now. Now, let me say a special good evening to all my senior citizens on GVTV Flow 115. I want to welcome you. I know you all love you also. So good evening to Mr. Edme Celestin, one of my biggest fans. This is Vitus's father. Good evening to Mrs. Wallace. I know you're always listening. Good evening to Mrs. Jean Walters. I know you always listening. And we want to thank you for listening. And let me say hi to my YouTubers. One thing, my YouTubers always packing. They're always packing. Winston is here. He said good night, so and the Prince Akeem. My YouTubers are always here supporting. Let me see this here. So as I said, please do not be a member of my Buy Me a Coffee or my Lies and Deceit show if you are not genuine. Please do not be Buy Me Coffees if you are not genuine. I am here to say a mission. Let me tell you something. If I wanted to get your coffees, get your membership, I would have been speaking your narrative. And what would I be doing? I would be doing a disservice. I would be doing a disservice to my country. Okay? So we are here. Leona Joseph said, most of the people don't understand you. Let me tell you, Leona, I don't think that most of the people don't understand you. I believe people just want to control people into singing their narrative. But I will not allow that to happen. I will not do that, okay? I will not do that, Leona. And thanks for that comment, Leona. You know, you have always been here, number one, always supporting me. Hi, John. John Paul from St. Lucia watching. Thank you. Thank you so much. Haha, Priscilla Van Katwak says, nice dress. Thank you. Hi, Sharon Emmanuel. Hi, Greta. So you see, hi, Elsie Dantes, you know. Elsie Dante is my member. Harold Leos is one of my members. And you see, do not support me because you think I'm supporting Flobo. Support the movement for truth. Good night, Hyacinth. Good night. So let me say to you people, allow no one to influence you. Make your decisions on your own. Allow no one to confuse you. Now, tonight we are going to be discussing a very, very, very sensitive topic. Because I believe that our government, the St. Lucia Labour Party government, it is time that they call a state of emergency. But before we start, do we have the video? Let me look in my database. My database, the one you sent me, Mr. Producer, the one with the inspiration. Do we have that, Mr. Producer? Okay, Mr. Producer, we'll just play something for you and then we'll get into the meat of the matter.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
My son sent this to me, and then it's an encouragement because as you have seen, all the attacks have been coming at me, but that is fine. Someone said, I look for the comment. Did I miss the comment? I just saw the comment there. Yeah, John Isidore say most St. Lucians have a one-track mind, and we see it. We see how I have been attacked and all over, but that's fine because when things like that happen, it means you are doing something fantastic. Okay, so Mr. Producer, before we get into the meat of the matter, are we due for a commercial break? So we're gonna be back after the break.
Ernesto's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Vifford Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more. We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays and most holidays from 8 to 1.
L'opri, Ernesto vai depois.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane, Viewfort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 721-8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
Shall you come and play with us, sir?
No, I don't want to play.
Why?
You know my uncle died and I can't even go to the funeral. I just don't want to play.
But DVD have us luck. DVD have it on TV and online. You can even watch it on your phone.
That's true. Let's go and watch it now.
In keeping with the social distancing of COVID-19, GVD TV channel 115 has now added television broadcast to its online coverage of funerals. COVID-19 is not a friend, it's not a citizen, and it's definitely not a family member. Call GVD TV at 726-9914 or 722-6542 to make arrangements for funeral services online and television viewing from the church to the cemetery.
And we are back. Now, people, tonight we are going to discuss a very serious topic. I believe it is time for a state of emergency in our country. We are in serious trouble. There is a need for a state of emergency, but I have not seen anyone speaking that narrative. And this is why I have said to you all, I am the GOAT, I'm the greatest of all times, because I am confident enough to challenge any government. Because at the end of the day, when you do that, our country will excel. I could not believe what was happening yesterday. I could not believe that our country has turned into the Middle East. Like this is the Gaza, and nobody is doing anything to arrest the situation. Our people are living in fear. Now, when I come here and I speak to you, I come here to open your thinking. Don't let your country and yourself down. Not me, you're not letting me down. Don't let yourself and your country down by being for party and not for country. I was flabbergasted. I saw somebody said, I am for party before country. And let me tell you, this is our problem. So I can talk from now to doomsday. If you're not ready to see that country matters, we are in trouble. When you tell me citizens, and I'm going to show you videos, when you tell me citizens cannot sit in their houses, right? When they can get the one ready with the, when citizens cannot sit in their houses and sleep, when citizens cannot walk the street, nice moonlight, cannot walk the street, we are in trouble. We are in trouble when this happens. If crime is taking over our country, our economy will crash. Right now, we do not, or this government and the Royal St. Lucia Police Force do not have time. This is the time for them to act now. And I'll show you a video in a bit. I saw our police officers are not armed or protected enough in terms of their case. And I will show you why, because I did some research with some other countries to see how they send their officers into the war zone. You mean to tell me that the wars and the gunshots have been bursting all over St. Lucia and everybody is just sitting back smiling? Prime Minister saying he's waiting for police. Police there saying they're not doing anything because you're not supporting them. Who are the ones suffering? The innocent people. Imagine living in a neighborhood and you're fearful, or in a community and you're fearful and you do not want to leave your home to go somewhere else. Something has to be done. Giving police officers vehicles, that's not enough. Listen, we should have had some heavy artillery and sending a message. We cannot continue in this way. Now take a look at the video.
The police are better than local day boy.
The police.
The
first.
Man.
The first shot you just don't have to be them police.
Yeah, the police are not them big thing there.
That be the second time. What the fuck are you seeing?
How much men running among there? Only 10 men running among the gun on them, yeah.
Nobody run.
The police they see that coming.
You only want them to move shanty tongue. And the kind of thing are going in shanty tongue. Brethrens killing brethrens. Man from the same tooth. Hurting each other. So what? Guys move shanty tongue, guys, and bring shanty tongue. Red canoes, guys. Yeah, man. Canoes have a place on top of the hill there when you enter, and about 3 miles before you enter canoes tongue, man. Put them shanty tongue people there, sir. Yeah, man, they man have no cooperation, no love in their heart, guys, sir.
You check it? That's why I tell you, if we don't deal with our solution, Rasta, look at the size of them thing there. What do you think they're going to do to flesh?
Police? Police are side, sir.
Side, sir, you got me go all out, you got me
Merci. Merci.
want to kill them. Them I want to kill.
Police killing all of them. Sunday tongue. Police killing all of them Sunday tongue.
Fucking police ain't kicks in, boy.
My brother, do that, see? Go past there, do that.
Gaza mou shanty tongue asa, bring shanty tongue red canoes gaza.
Nou pa ve pièce book shanty tongue Kanawi. Leave all your fellas in the view for okay? If you want to send all the woman down there, and I say book Kanawi by say from that. No more.
Oh boy, you feel like you in Afghanistan, boy. Shots, shots, shots.
More by sir. You're not there. You're not there. You're not there, sir. More by sir. More by sir. More by sir.
Gakabu too.
Mama! Bye! Did you put gunman?
My people, I just showed you a video of what happened in Shantytown, Vieux Fort. This is serious. How can this, like John Isidore said, what have our country become? What have our country become? I need this government to act now. And I'm going to show you how the other countries act swiftly. You mean to tell me that we have a prime minister who is saying he's speaking to Original Service Security right now? All the top brass should be meeting with the prime minister, and y'all doing something to protect the people of St. Lucia. How can, and I look at some videos, how can, imagine police going down there with the little white, what you call it, vans. You have to be entering these war zones. You know, I have to say that nobody cares in this country. Nobody cares. You have to be entering that war zone with, like you're going to fight war. And I'll show you. You have to go in there with your artillery. You have to go in there with your shield. And you have to go well padded with your bulletproof vest and all those things. But right now, it is like nothing is happening again. Where is the outcry of the people? And you know, I have to smile. I have to smile. No one is talking. All the concerned citizens have gone to bed. All the legal fraternity have gone to bed. All the pressure groups have gone to bed. But so is here, exposing lies and deceit. The only true voice that tell it as it is. But y'all trying to destroy her. But like I said, y'all didn't bring me here. God sent me here. Because if I was just doing it for y'all, I would have exited and said to hell with hell. But I love my country. And what is going on in the crime scene has to be arrested. You cannot tell. It's like there is no direction. Who the hell is leading this country? Who the hell is working for the people of St. Lucia? This cannot be right. We need a state of an emergency. And right now, a state of emergency is imperative. The crime situation in St. Lucia is worse off. It's worse off than COVID. The crime situation in St. Lucia is worse off than COVID. Why is it that we do not see that front where we have who is the commissioner of police? Where is the commissioner of police? Why can't we see a united front that these fellas decide, hey, let us set up a unit And you put the fear of God in those criminals. But the criminals are doing what they're doing because no one is taking on the charge. Everybody is silent. Everybody is silent. They prefer come and try and destroy so. You can't destroy me because I'm here. What is this government doing? What is this government doing? Something has to be done. Now, I have to say, the former administration under the Minister of Justice, Francis, he didn't do much. What did he do? Because if they had set up that kind of front and that kind of resistance, we would not have had this crime situation happening now. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Julia Bissett says, so stop busting your head. But I have to bust my head, sweetie. Because if they do not do something, all of us passing in it. And let me tell you, you saw the shell casings. You saw them. That could just kill how many innocent people? But our government is asleep at the wheel. They are concerned with every other thing. The Firearms Act, which they pass, they strengthen it, means nothing when you cannot show a strong resistance against those criminals. Now, I am going to show you how it is supposed to be done. I am going to show you how it is supposed to be done. So let us take a look at 55. Like, the police do not want to do home invasions. The police do not want to use their drones. The police don't want to do anything. Like, seriously, we are going to look at 55 who were arrested in gang-involved home invasions. Now, we need to rise up. But people are not rising up for the right things. People are rising up against a voice that is the only voice in the wilderness. People need to understand that if you continue in this vein, our country will be plateaued. No matter which political party comes in, UWP or SLP, our country will be plateaued because people do not realize that the survival of our country is dependent on the citizens taking a stand. Take a look.
55 people have been arrested over the past month relating to gang-related involved home invasions. On TTT's Now Morning Show, Acting Commissioner of Police MacDonald Jacob said there has been an increase in the use of violence and brutality by robbers, although there has been a decrease in reports.
During the point from January to April, basically we had an average of around 37 reports throughout Trinidad and Tobago. However, in the month of May, we only had 10 reports.
ACP Jacob said the Northern and Central Divisions have recorded the highest number of reports, pinpointing the communities of Malabar, Arima, La Hokita, Enterprise, Edinburgh 500, and some areas in Couva as some of the most affected. He advised the people to exercise heightened vigilance to protect themselves and their properties.
Most of these offenses are really crimes are really opportunity crimes. And the manner how you will carry out your activities, which will be monitored, and you make yourself a sort of target. So we want the general public to be aware so that to harden themselves, so it will be difficult for these offenders to carry out the actions.
The ACP assured that there will be an increase in police patrols for increased visibility throughout communities.
Thanks, Arnold. I saw your coffees popping in. Thanks very much. And as I said, if you want to buy coffees, go ahead. Please do not buy coffee for me. If you want me to sing your narrative, don't do that. Do not become a member of my platform if you want me to sing your narrative. If you are genuine and you like what I do, buy the coffees, support me, become a member. You know, I don't need that kind of thing. So we see where that they went in and do home invasion. Now, I saw a very interesting comment on here. I saw a very interesting comment. Let me see. Oh, yes, so many comments. I saw a young man make a comment, and basically, right, the cops will do something. Trust me. Regional force, Please don't cry when the law enforcement come in hard. And that's what we want, dear. That is what we want. We want them to come and do what they have to do because we are living in fear. Where are the voices to call for this girl? Right now in this country, what we need a state of emergency for this government to take control. And if, like the young man said, when the regional service come in, they're going to come hard and don't cry. We need to have a curfew. But you see, that's why I'm telling you, when you sing political narrative, you always get caught. So they had a problem with the state of emergency before. So to put it now and say they're having a state of emergency and curfew, it's going to turn people against them and they would revolt. But it's better people revolt and turn against you and you do what is right as a government. Because tell me, in order to allow us as citizens, to feel safe, you have to take the bull by the horn and do what is right. You have to take the bull by the horn. We may not like the curfew, but you have to set order in this country. You're in charge. Who is in charge of this country? Who is in charge of this country? I cannot believe that our police force have not ran down there. You know, like they're just going to war. Pow, 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 pow. And they sit down and they're smiling and they're laughing. And really? Let me show you another video, right? I'll show you another video, the one where they arrested 6,000 gang members. What is going on in our country? You see, this is the narrative you have to sing and put pressure. Expending time on the wrong thing is gonna put our country in trouble. Go ahead, Mr. Producer.
A frightening image inside a prison in El Salvador, and President Nayib Bukele wants the world to see. He says it shows gang members punished and kept in crowded cells away from any sunlight since the end of March. Bukele says the food is now being rationed to 2 meals per day for gang members now facing harsher sentences. For 10 days, the country's national police has been operating with less restrictions. They say they've arrested over 6,000 suspected gang members, tracking them in neighborhoods, inside homes, and even hiding underground. The crackdown in response to one of the deadliest weekends in El Salvador, authorities reporting 67 homicides in a single day, prompting a state of emergency that gave way to mass arrest and tougher punishment to gang members already behind bars. This week, President Bukele doubling down on his efforts.
Ustedes desatan una ola de criminalidad y nosotros quitamos la comida en las cárceles.
Threatening that any retaliation to the recent crackdown would lead to further punishment.
Por ahí andan rumores que quieren empezarse a vengar de la gente honrada, al azar. Hagan eso y no va a haber un tiempo de comida en las cárceles. Uno. A ver cuánto tiempo duran sus homeboys allá adentro.
For days, the president touting the efforts on social media under the hashtag War on Gangs. Bukele even asking parents to show the videos to their teenage children and warn them, saying gangs can only lead to prison or death. President Bukele operating with the support of residents and Congress, which first approved a state of emergency that allows for all new detainees to be held for 15 days without access to an attorney. A move that human rights groups say is creating a framework for abuse.
Y las autoridades no han dicho ni han mostrado que haya investigaciones previas como para decir que están desmontando alguna estructura de pandillas y que justifique 6,000 capturas.
But Bukele responding to criticism, accusing them of defending the gangs.
Y no me importa lo que digan los organismos internacionales, que vengan a proteger a nuestra gente, que vengan a llevarse a sus pandilleros, si tanto los quieren.
Now, this all started March 27th, so there's still 20 days left of the state of emergency, under which the National Police will continue to operate with less restrictions, and the president not backing down, warning that life will only get more difficult for all gang members in El Salvador.
Thanks.
Now you hear that? And you see, when I come here to speak to you, I bring receipts of what can be done to stop or to curb. There will always be crime because police officers can be everywhere, but you have to send a message. And as I said, we are in crisis. And as I mentioned to you in my lives of a few, maybe about 2-3 lives, where I said to you, I got a message, gunshots in town, be careful. And I was on my way to town. People were scattered. Some of my supporters, some of my followers messaged me to say we were in the crossfire. You cannot, and hear this, I am subject to correction because we have no press conference again by the police department. It's like, Sarah, do what the hell you want. No press conference to tell us what is going on. And what I heard about the gunshots, in... Hold on, people. I don't know what is happening to GVTD. Our stream is good. They're saying check our stream to them. GVD TV, our stream is fine on Facebook. It is fine on YouTube. We have no drops, so I don't know what's happening at your end, darling. So maybe check the stream we sent to you. We don't know what's happening, but on our end, we perfect. No drops, no nothing. Flow is being good tonight to us, so I don't know what's happening at your end. Okay, so let's get back. So from what I understood, people, the gunshots that were pelted in the air was because of a celebration of one of the guy's girlfriend's birthday. Our police force, Pierre and all of them, are y'all sleeping? You're supposed to put the fear of God. You're supposed to put the fear of God in those criminals. They said they don't know what's happening, so I don't know if you could just check in and see the stream we send them. But from our end, we really don't know. There's no trouble on our end, GVD TV. We really don't know what's going on with you. Yeah, Arnold just commented and he said reception is good. That's what I know. We have no problem here. People saying their end is fine, so I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. So anyway, my people, so you mean to tell me these gunshots went about? Y'all didn't go and investigate what happened and ran down there like madmen? But then again, what are the armor given to the police? What is the armor given to the police to protect them? This police, let me tell you, here right now is the Gaza, and I am going to support the police 100%, and I'm going to support this government 100% if they get their act together. You're supposed to have things like tanks going in there, wherever in the hot spot. You have to go in there like it is war. You cannot be pussyfooting doing the same bullshit that has been doing. Our lives are in danger. People, so you mean to tell me people just going to the health center, people are going to the health center, that they are not even safe? People drive the Chaussee road and they are not even safe. Now somebody just sent me a message, one of my followers from overseas. Let me read what he said to me, and it shook me because I think we are in serious trouble. This is what you'll have to discuss. This is what you have to discuss. Let me tell you what this person said to me, and it shook me. Hope St. Lucia don't make it to CNN News. This is somebody living overseas in the United States with what I'm seeing here. You see the videos I'm showing you? I am here to put pressure on any government to do the right thing. I am here to put the pressure for your safety. And imagine I have been for 10 months crying out on all issues for your safety, but then the small-minded ones say they feel betrayed because I spoke about King. We expose lies and deceit. This is what we are about. We don't care of your political affiliation. When you do good, we'll praise you. When you do bad, we will give it to you. Straight. And you're telling me nothing is going to happen. And when that reach in CNN, then people will say, what is happening to this country? Then you know what's going to happen? Our tourism product is going to be no more. Our GDP is going to sink. Let me tell you something. Things are so hard in this country already. Things are so... I am the lone voice. I am the lone voice talking. But it's the lone voice trying to be vilified. I am here to stay so that this government and any other government that come get their act together. It is about people. It is about the citizens and not political parties. Imagine CNN putting that on. We can get in trouble. And if this thing does not get under control quickly, many of you are going to suffer. You see it hard now. You will not get food to eat. You will not have jobs. You will have nothing. Make noise on this front. Make noise. This is where you have to clap and make the noise. This is where you have to make noise. And I am very, very serious about that. Our country is in trouble. And you saw the thing I showed you with El Salvador. And when I tell you God sent me, he sent me because I know for a fact that this government needs to put a state of emergency. Let me tell you, think about it, people. People don't even, I'm seeing people from Vieux saying they don't want to leave their homes. They do not want to go anywhere. You know, people don't even want to walk into, imagine one of the bullets went into somebody's vehicle. The buses were packed by the Mont Cicero area there, and bullets went in. What is going on now? People, I do understand. I really, really, really do understand that police crime is everywhere. But you mean to tell me this happened in Vieux? Gunshot show say by the bus stop, all this madness is going on, and we have not seen a prime minister, Philip J. Pierre, coming out to show this criminal we ain't playing. And you come out, you do like Biden. You think President Biden is not briefed on what is happening in his country? Why you think he have his top security people to advise him, and then he makes decisions with what they say to him? But Pierre is saying it seems he and Daisy and the force have a rift. So how are you going to protect us? These are the things you'll need to go and write on Facebook and talk about. Nobody is talking about those things. Our country is in trouble, and let me show you another video. New York police arrest several alleged gang members in major bus. Take a listen.
A major gang bust in New York City today. The NYPD arrested 14 alleged gang members.
They are believed to be responsible for at least 20 shootings, and some of their victims are innocent bystanders. CBS 2's Allie Bauman rode along with the police squad for an exclusive look into this takedown, and she's here in studio with more on that. Allie?
We were there this morning when police arrested 5 alleged gang members, all of them between 15 and 21 years old. This is a 13-man indictment charging a years-long conspiracy, and as a result of this takedown, police were able to take 17 guns off the street. It's 5 a.m. in Harlem, and the NYPD's Violent Crime Squad is strapping on their bulletproof vests, gearing up for a gang takedown.
You're going to go behind that door, and sometimes you don't know what's behind that door.
Deputy Chief Brian McGee prepares the dozens of officers heading out to arrest 5 suspected members of the Chico gang. 9 others in the 13-man indictment are already in custody.
They're a violent gang. Their main motive is just to benefit the gang by violence.
We ride along with the squad to the Wagner houses, where they go into one apartment building with shields and rams. As some detectives keep lookout at the exits, the squad steps into the dark stairwell. So right now the squad is conducting a knock warrant in an apartment in the Wagner houses behind me. This is one of 2 warrants being conducted in Harlem right now this morning. Minutes later, 20-year-old Jazier Mitchell and his brother, 19-year-old Jameek Mitchell, are walked out in handcuffs.
They knocked it. We waited about 25 seconds and someone came and opened the door. We announced our presence and we announced why we were there.
The suspect's parents and younger siblings were also home.
What were they doing during all this?
They were asleep.
The arrests here wrap up as the sun is rising and families are starting their day. Investigators say these hyper-focused warrants are precision policing in action.
There are so many good people out of the Wagner houses, and it's the small amount of people doing the crime and the violence out there.
Back at the precinct, police also bring in 20-year-old Melvin Williams, who was arrested at the second search warrant location.
Innocent, like that's all I gotta do, stop innocent.
This case links 21 shootings back to the Chico gang, most of them targeting rival gangs in Harlem. According to the indictment, 12 people were shot as a result, including 4 innocent bystanders.
A major gang takedown in Manhattan North. Months and months of patient, careful work went into taking a number of criminals off the streets.
Investigators began building this case January of 2020.
They sit and they comb through a lot of social media. So when people get arrested, we take their cell phones, we do search warrants on their cell phones. We're able to see what's going on between the phone connectivity.
Recovered from the apartments a firearm, 2 30-round capacity magazines, a bag of synthetic marijuana, and a bag of heroin. But unfortunately, this is not the Chico gang's first takedown.
They actually did a case takedown of this gang probably about 3 years ago, and it's going to continue.
Now, how do you prevent the younger kids from stepping in to fill that void in the gang?
The answer to it is, I don't know. I would think if a kid had an outlet to go get a job and have a good education and a good family structure, I think that would help a lot. It's unfortunate. Do I think this is going to end a 13-year-old from becoming a gang member? I can't say that, and I don't think that'll happen. Do I think this, and with the help of everyone here in this room, do I think it will help? Yeah, I think there may be several other kids from the Wagner houses that'll be like, there's no way I want part of that.
All the defendants are charged with conspiracy in the 4th degree, and additional charges include attempted murder, assault, and criminal possession of a weapon. Christine and Dick.
All right, Allie.
So why can't our government, we're seeing, and people, my issue is people might say it's 10 months they're there. When it comes to crime, I don't care which political party is there. When it comes to crime, you act immediately. The first day you are sworn in as Prime Minister, you act immediately. It is like right now the government of St. Lucia appears helpless. Let me tell you something, Mr. Pierre, and the government of St. Lucia, your cabinet minister. We ain't care with those bills you pass. We ain't care with that, because what good is it doing for me as a citizen that I have to worry? If I walk the streets, I'll get shot. What good is that for me? If I walk the streets, I may die. I may never come back at my home. What is this Prime Minister doing? And this is the question I'm asking. And this is why y'all must appreciate me. And I'm sucking it into all of y'all tonight who bought coffees for me to sing your narrative, who became members for me to sing your narrative, and all of y'all deleted and y'all go, you're not supporting, y'all are buying coffee. That is fine. Because I am different. Because you can see clearly when the other administration was there that all the other people were talking, asking the former administration to do right in terms of crime. But the lone voice is here talking and trying to get, they listen. I want you to know the government listen. They listen. Trying to get the government to listen. But what you all want me to do is behave like the other parties or the other people, the professional groups, the concerned citizens group. You all only want me to speak your narrative. It will not happen. If this government does something, if this government really get their act together and they're doing well, I will not come here and sit and tell you they're doing bad, because it would make me look like a jackass. I am about exposing lies and deceit. So if our country is going uphill, I'm happy. And I want our country to go uphill. Because if this country continue to go downhill, we all will be in problems. We all will be in problems. We all will be in problems. And let me tell you, crime will never stop in St. Lucia. Because look at your behavior towards me. Y'all feel betrayed because I spoke about King and gave the analogy. How can crime stop and you do not want people to speak the truth? I could have said all the gunshots and all the things that are happening. Let me just stay silent. To hell with everybody. Let me just protect myself. Make sure I'm not in any wrong place. I should have said to hell with that and leave it. But I am here for us to understand that when we put people to govern, they have to shape up. And crime is one of the ingredients that will crush a country. Crime is one ingredient that would crush and mash up a country. Why? The passion y'all have to destroy me. Take that passion and go against this government so that they can arrest the crime in St. Lucia. Take that passion to destroy her. Let me tell you, we change our strategy. And all I can say to you, ensure your bell, if you're following me, ensure your bell is on. We change our strategy. We expose lies and deceit, and this is what we are here to do. The Prime Minister said, and Alan Shastney said he could have solved crime, he didn't. Philip JPI said when he come in, he'll solve crime, he didn't. What we want you to do, and I think like somebody said, you're not understanding the message, or y'all choose not to understand the message because y'all gravitate to the low IQ Roro. We need Pierre to do something. And that is what he is not understanding. You got to take the bull by the horn and do something. Exactly. The cops had months of planning. Now there you go. This young man. I don't know if you're young. I hope I'm not saying it's junior. Let me see. I hope I'm not saying. If you'll let me know. Exactly like this young man is saying. And I'm happy to see people I've never seen commented on my live. Y'all are commenting, and that's the idea. Open-minded people. And it is true. We could see the cops in New York had months of planning. Now, this is why I said from day one, when the Prime Minister came in, 2 things he should tackle head on. Well, basically 3 things. 3 things he should have tackled head on. He should have tackled crime. But we could see there's a rift between Pierre and Daisy. We could see the rift. First thing, and this is why I keep saying that, and I'm trying to open the minds of the people of St. Lucia, right? I am trying to open the minds of the people of St. Lucia, but dear Lord, but you know, sometimes it's a tet kalbasi, yopa kopon, you know, ma sapu fe ek yoko. So let's get back on track. Like the gentleman said, and I like those comments. Keep those comments coming. These are the kind of comments we need. So when you make a comment like that, saying again in this video, it's in New York City, it shows and clearly says that cops had months of planning, but they did come in hard and got most of the criminals. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying, dear. This is what I am saying. From day one, I am not even, let me tell you, common sense is very rare. Common sense is very rare. If I was Prime Minister and I come in, first thing I come in, I'm meeting with all my damn security people. You're gonna give me reports. You're gonna give me stats. You're gonna tell me what various task force we have in terms of crime. I meet with them, right? And if I believe I need to get an expert from overseas to come and help a consultant, put the consultancy money there, I have no problem. Put it in our security. You come and you develop a plan. And like this guy said, it takes months of planning. But you, by now, if you had done that, then bow, we would not have had that again. That would have been arrested. And the second thing you had to do was the health care of the nation. We have a sick nation. Where is the health care? And the third thing you had to do is to ensure that people are able to live. And it's irrespective of which person became the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. It is irrespective of that. It doesn't matter who became the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. And I'm telling you, we walk in a dangerous thread. Let me tell you something, people. Living in St. Lucia is very, very expensive. Now, I forgot something. I almost forgot something. Hold on, I must say that. If I don't say that, I have my youngest supporter all the way from the UK who watches her auntie Soso. And she finally came to St. Lucia. Now, she always watching the show and she's saying, Mommy, this lady is drinking too much coffee. Well, buy me your coffee, buy me your coffee. But she, like her mom said, Meander Vidal, like her mom said, so she is too young and she doesn't really understand the concept. But she came to St. Lucia, you know, for holidays. And she said to her mom, I need to give Auntie Soso, I need to give her some coffees. My people, I am drunk on coffees. So she literally went into the supermarkets and she literally got me some coffees. So I got a gift of this lovely, 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 lovely coffee. And her wonderful name is Ziva. Ziva is in St. Lucia right now. Ziva, I really love you. Ziva want Auntie Soso to get drunk on coffees. You see? So even the little ones are understanding them. Even though she doesn't really understand the concept of the coffee, she thinks it's actual coffee I'm drinking. But she sent this lovely, lovely, thank you, Ziva, darling. Thank you. So that's one. So this is Starbucks House Blend. Now, people, I have to stay away from coffee because doctor tell me too much coffee not good. But this is classic coffee. I'm not drinking the little nonsense coffee, but this is classic coffee. Thank you, Ziva, but that's not all. Ziva considered Auntie Soso needs some dark roast Starbucks Cafe Verona. So I have another packet here Ziva sent for me. You know, I just love the people who are honest and just support Soso for what Soso is saying, the truth. So darling, I'm going to have that. You know, you're sending me to get a because I don't have, what you call it, the coffee maker. I had one, but it went bad. So I am going to get a coffee maker to enjoy your lovely, lovely coffees. Thank you. I know many of you love me genuinely, and I'm grateful for that, and I do appreciate you, Ziva. So Ziva, I need for us to meet, at least for us to go and get a little ice cream. I want to treat you because when people do great things for me, I like to return it. And then I had another friend who came to St. Lucia that doesn't want everybody to know, called me, and we have to meet up again to have some fun, you know. Thank you, Ziva, and I hope, you know, your mommy will show you that little clip from overseas. And your mommy is a good supporter of mine, and I'll tell you why. Your mommy is very open-minded, and I can tell you she is one of the people that understand what I'm doing. So thank you so much. Yes, Miriam, Starbucks coffee, great choice, great choice. Yeah. So let's get back to business, my people. It is just ridiculous. It is just ridiculous that these three key components for your country to do good, people, you must have your crime under control because crime deals with your economy. You must have your health sector in check because if your people are sick and the people cannot get proper health care, they die. And also, you know, people, it is really hard. It is really hard in this country. A lot of people are suffering. So I am speaking out for you. I am saying the things that are happening in this country that nobody is saying. I'm speaking out for you. And trust me, the government have all their people under my live listening. Thanks, Margot. I will enjoy. I'm seeing some strange names commenting. I love you all. Continue commenting because I want people with open-minded, not just supporting me for narrative. Please don't do that because I'm real. We expose lies and deceit. Expect us. So, we need, a lot of people in St. Lucia are hurting. And let me tell you all something if you all don't know. Crime has started to increase yet. Take a walk through the supermarket. I went there today. Take a walk through the supermarket. The supermarket shelves are almost empty. And they are empty, not because the supermarket don't have money to buy stuff, but because of supply and demand. I am here to tell you that the suppliers will not leave their country hungry without product to serve the wider world. And if you really have researched and understand what's happening in this world, there are millions of people in various parts of the world who are suffering, who are hungry. And when I walked in the supermarket today, give me a minute, let me drink. When I walked into the supermarket today, it brought me back to the Bible. Famine is near. You see how people fighting for sugar? Famine is near. Very, very true. Peter, you made a that's my YouTubers, you made a very, very, very valid point. You said as soon as the police starts to act and do their job, the St. Lucian human rights lawyers jumps on them. But what I don't understand, as I showed in the video, look at how the cops in New York City has the authority and the support of the government and their heads within their police, the New York City Department, to go ahead and act. Let me tell you, they go into Parliament and they pass all bullshit laws. Who the hell care with special prosecutor? If there are thieves, my God, you have a DPP. Go through him. Waste of money, $1 million for special prosecutor. Why can't we take that $1 million and feed people? The famine is here already. Now, as I said to you, I was saying to you previously, crime is going to escalate in St. Lucia. Crime is going to escalate in St. Lucia. When people cannot take care of their family, when people cannot eat. You know, people, I don't know for you, but there is a sense of helplessness being displayed by this government in terms of crime. When people do not have jobs and they see their children hungry, they will go steal. Crime is going to increase. They may go into somebody's house to steal, to rob, and may not want to kill that person, but because they were caught, end up killing that person, and we have another murder, another statistic on our hand. This is the conversation y'all supposed to be having. But no, y'all want to come for So-So to bury her. Y'all want to say, oh, So-So show is done. What show done? I am here to stay. Because my country is in trouble. When I see this government start doing what is right, I will ease up the pressure and speak on other things. But for now, crime is critical in our country. Crime is critical. What are we doing, people of St. Lucia? Where are your voices? Imagine a campaign on Facebook to destroy me, to call me all sorts of names, snake, because I explained, I understood what happened to King. And look at what they're doing to me. So it just tells me y'all did destroy King. Because look at me. Y'all all over Facebook. The So-So your love. So-So ki besla. The So-So your love. Y'all all over Facebook trying to destroy me. Telling people the coffee shop closed. All kind of things. Right? Y'all were all over. Why don't y'all take that? So the people on my live, you have to realize that if you do not stand up, for your country, it's going to be finished. And I want y'all, and I want the people who really are on my live listening and really want to understand what I'm saying, do not get involved in those things. Because when you get involved in those things, you are doing a disservice to your country. You are doing a disservice to your country. And let me tell you something, people. And I'm hoping y'all who stay on the live and listen on YouTube and Facebook, on GVD TV, wherever you're watching, right? I know a lot of people like to watch it on GVD TV, and I heard it's okay on GVD TV now, so that's good. You have to be the messenger. Be the messenger of truth. Partner with me. Partner with me in being messengers of truth, to send it out there so people realize that I am not for party, but I'm for my country. Be part of the movement by sharing the truth. We expose lies and deceit, and we do not care who you are. We are going to expose the lies and deceit. You understand? So think about it. I want you all to think carefully. She's here 3 times a week, giving you food, giving you information, researching, documenting. And all of a sudden, she has turned to be the enemy because she's not speaking your narrative. Anybody who behaves like that, you should stay away from them. I am a very open-minded person. And we must push. Stay away from people who come to say to you, is party and not country. Stay away from people who come to you for you not to listen to the message, because you have to hear the message in order for our country to move forward. Now, let me say this to you. Where is the Bar Association? Nothing. Why don't you all take this energy and use it to go after the Bar Association? Flabo have no PR. Flabo have nothing. There is no talking. There is no nothing. Our country is upside down, but yet still the lone voice. Y'all are after her. I am the greatest of all times because I'm here. Because like I say, people, I think for myself, when I give you the information, it's left to you to go back and research and see what is happening. It is left to you. Now, we are going to show you another one. We are going to show you. Now, let me see. We are going to show you another video. And again, I agree with this young man, Junior. I can't really remember your first name, but I remember your surname, Junior. I agree with him. There was months of planning by the New York City police department. That's the SWAT one, eh, baby? Right? There was months of planning. It's like people wake up, man. Wake up, smell the coffee. Wake up, smell the coffee. Smell it. That's so delicious. Wake up, smell the coffee. Smell it. Woo. Wake up and smell the coffee, because we are in trouble. Do you want our country to become a country where, and let me tell you, we are a touristic island. This is all we have to sell: sand, sun, and sea. We have nothing else. We have no other natural resources. My people, Mr. Producer, are we due for a break? We're going to take a break now.
Ernesto's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Viford Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays and most holidays from 8 to 1.
L'opui, Ernesto vai depois.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane, Viewfort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
Shall you come and play with us, sir?
No, I don't want to play.
Why?
You know my uncle died and I can't even go to the funeral. I just don't want to play.
But DVD have us luck. DVD have it on TV and online. You can even watch it on your phone.
That's true. Let's go and watch it now.
In keeping with the social distancing of COVID-19, GVD TV channel 115 has now added television broadcast to its online coverage of funerals. COVID-19 is not a friend, it's not a citizen, and it's definitely not a family member. Call GVD TV at 726-9914 or 722-6542 to make arrangements for funeral services online and television viewing from the church to the cemetery.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be learning how to show your support for Soraya Alexander through memberships and coffees. Okay, so first up guys, you need to keep this link in mind, buymeacoffee.com/Soraya Alexander. So let's go on and head on to the site. So of course you are greeted with Miss Alexander Buy Me a Coffee page. You'll scroll down to the bottom where you'll see support or membership. So of course the support option is to purchase your coffee. So we don't want to purchase 1, 3 or 5, we want to purchase a custom amount. So we'll put it right here and select 10. So of course for you guys who like to be anonymous, the name and say something nice option is optional to you. So if you would like to do that, you can, or do as you please. But in this case, I'm going to be entering a name and I'm going to be saying something nice. I'm going to say, love your show, keep it coming. All right. And also we know some of you have messages that you don't intend for everyone to see. So you can simply select the option, make this message private. So we're going to go ahead and press the support button. On the support page, you are greeted with the email and card number. So of course you go ahead, we're going to put johndoe@hotmail.com. And in this case, we're going to be using a dummy card number, but in your case, you'll enter your real valid card number. So of course you put your month, your year, and the CVC of your card. And of course you'll select the I'm not a robot option for verification. So this is simply how you go ahead and purchase your coffee. Simple. So now guys, we're going to go ahead and get a membership. So as you can see, we have different levels of membership. So you can choose what you like, whichever one you prefer. You go ahead and select that. So you just press the join button and then you're greeted whether you want to take that membership per month or per year. So we're gonna go ahead and start filling in our details. We're gonna put our email, johndoe@hotmail.com, and in this case your name is required, so and your email. So we're gonna go ahead and put a name. We're gonna put John Doe, and we are gonna see something nice. We're gonna see love your show. Now, like before, as we saw guys, you have the option to make this message private. So you could just go right here, tick, and that message is private. So of course you press the join and then you go ahead and you enter your card and so on and so on. And of course you verify that you are not a robot. Now on this page, you also have the option, because I know some of you guys may want to take more than the allotted membership. So you can simply use the free option, predefined options for you, and add it 5, 10, 15, whatever as you wish. Okay, so guys, this is actually the full tutorial. This is how you go ahead and purchase your coffee. This is how you go ahead and purchase your membership. So I want to say thank you guys, thanks for watching. Hope this video was as informative as it could be. This was Akeem Ernest. See ya.
And we are back. The lovely voice you heard in the last video is my producer, my son, Mr. Akeem Ernest. And I am very happy, and I need more people. Tell your friends, when you can think like this, this is the quality of people I want under my life. People who are open-minded. And Shanna Meda, I may be wrong, I've never seen you under my life, but I love your comment. And this is what I'm thinking. Even though it is SLP in power, I still want them to do well. I cannot just say, I cannot want them to fail, because if I want them to fail, we all are in trouble. And I love your comment, Shanna Meda. She said, I agree with you, address the issue. Crime is on an upsurge in St. Lucia. Pierre needs to do something. I want to see St. Lucia progress. And I love your comment. And it means that this is the quality of people I need under my life. To understand the movement, to understand the mission. That when the Prime Minister does well, we do well. And this is why I'm telling you, we all can have an affinity to a political party, but it shouldn't be to break a government. When you break a government, whether it's FLOB or SLP, we are the ones suffering. We are the ones suffering, because where are they going to get monies, where they are going to be able to do anything to help us if they don't listen to the people and get their act together? Because if they don't do well, whoever comes in after them will not do well also, because they have to be fixing problems that are there. So the impetus should be to speak to this government, agitate for them to do right by the people. And as I have said, crime, people, we are having carnival soon. We are having carnival soon, people. Have you heard anybody come to tell you? And they will not tell you, because look at us, 180,000 people in a country. Have we heard any authority, security, national security personnel come and say, okay, carnival is gonna be this and that. This is the plan. They don't have to tell us everything. There's a security, but show a present that we know what you are going to do. But we are seeing you don't know what you're gonna do, because look at what is happening in our country. Pow, 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 pow. People are afraid. Let me tell you, there are kids who do not even want to leave their homes to go to school to take bus, because 2 bullets went into a bus. 2 bullets went into a bus. This is why I'm saying, I'm telling you, I'm seeing a lot of new people on YouTube and Facebook. Well, I guess GVD TV would have their people watching, and I am happy. This young lady said on my live, Natasha Henry, she said, that's on YouTube, she said, I am up, that's why I'm here. So I said to her, at Natasha, why are you here? Natasha said, I am here to learn the truth. And this is what you all have to do. You all have to come and learn the truth. Let me tell you, Soraya is more beneficial to her country, to a government. Pierre may see me as the enemy, but I am actually being honest with you, telling you as it is, so that you can improve. When people... Kiki said she loves me. I'm telling you, I'm seeing a lot of new names on YouTube. I love you too. Just promise me that you are going to err on the side of truth and not lies and deceit. So, Mr. Pierre, when I'm here giving you pressure, the pressure I am giving you is to do better. Because right now, there is no hope. I am telling you, you could bring all the this, all the that for the people of St. Lucia. As long as crime has elevated in your country, we are in trouble. As long as crime is elevated in our country, we are in trouble. It doesn't matter, Madeline, who said there will be no peace. And this is why I am saying to people, What I have realized, everybody is stuck on the old narrative. What Kenny said. Yeah, Kenny said there will be no peace. But we right now have to ensure that this government wake up and smell the coffee and do right by the people of St. Lucia. They have to wake up and smell the coffee. And I am the voice telling you, I have invested my time, my resources to come and tell you. And it is irrespective of which government is in power, I will hold them accountable, because at the end of the day, our vote is important. We cannot elect politicians to do what they want. Why isn't this energy being placed on the government? The United Workers' Party is weak. And y'all don't like the truth for me, because for months, I haven't seen any press conference putting pressure on the government in terms of the critical issues. This is why y'all do not like me. So I am here to ensure that this government do right by the people of St. We want them to do well. If Philip J. Pierre gets a handle on crime, he wins. We are not saying that he can prevent crime. Nobody can prevent crime. But if he can get a handle on crime, we all win in this country. We all win. I see, you know, it pains my heart. Let me tell you, this is what pains my heart. Not what people say about me, because I don't care. Right? They said more about God, and they crucified him they nailed him to the cross. So who am I for you not to talk about and nail me to the cross? Right? A lowly human. Philip J. Pierre, if this man and if the people of St. Lucia start to agitate for the right things, he's going to listen. The people are focused on carnival. The people are focused on all foolishness. How can you have carnival in an environment that is not safe? How can you have carnival in an environment like this? The power, Miriam is saying, the power is in the hands of the people. And that is so true. Now, Miriam is one of my supporters who have been there with me throughout. And I saw somebody, you know, because I spoke about King and said what I said, somebody was telling her how she can support me. You see how they are? They would go to my supporters and ask them, how can you support so-so? And John Isidore, you are very correct. And you know, I really love those comments. If there is no law and order, you don't have a country. I am not Richard Frederick to come and say, Shasney, Shasney, Shasney. And do not say what the SLP is doing that is wrong. If you were looking for a Richard Frederick in me to just come and bash the government and for you to sit in power, I'm the wrong candidate for that. We expose lies and deceit. We are here for country. And then on the previous live I did, I never saw some people on my live, but they were saying, you know, the disrespect and what was being said to the lady on the night because she was trying to explain things about King. The person could not believe that. And the person even said, only now the lady is speaking the truth, but they are saying King gave her money for her to come and say these things. The mentality of our people, this is why we have so much crime in our country. Our people are a big factor. Where are all the educated people? Where are the organizations? And if crime is not, like John Isidore said, if there is no law and order, you don't have a country. Right? If there is no law and order, you don't have a country. And our people need to open their minds. So because I bring Shaz, Gaia, and all the others on my show, if I discover what they did to somebody and it was wrong, I am supposed to stay silent. My show, the franchise of my show is that we expose lies and deceit. And I believe we are going to get quality people listening to the show, because your job after I'm done here is to explain to others, not to make your decision based on political parties. But what is going on in your country? And I'm telling you, if we don't act now, we are going to be in trouble. I am here for truth. We expose lies and deceit and expect us. And as I have said, we have changed our strategy. We're saying nothing. You're just gonna see us appearing. Because we have a message to give. And we can give it anytime. We have a message to give. But one thing I must say, and you know, I am a very, get the last tape ready. I am a very honest person, and I will say it as it is. I was vilified, and I'm still being vilified on Facebook. They did it to Christ. About I'm a flopper, I'm this and that. I will still say to you, I do not, and I will never support DSH. And if I have to march against DSH again, I will. If SLP come with it and it's a crap, I am going to march again. Right? When Shastin was there, I marched, and I will continue marching because this is not a good deal. So they called me all sorts of names, flip-flopper. But you know, we embrace lies and deceit and not truth. Allow me to leave this last tip with you, and I'm asking you, this is why my show is like this. When you vote for a political party, you have to hold them accountable. When you vote them in, they are responsible to you. We expose lies and deceit. Now have a look at this video, because y'all have a man vying for chairmanship. And the flip-flopping was done by him left, right, and center. But me, I am the one y'all want to crucify. We expose lies and deceit. Expect us.
Thorold Prudent has swung again. The once ardent supporter of Sir John Compton turned Lucian People's Movement leader turned Labour Party prospective candidate has gone back to the United Workers' Party. Following media reports that he had endorsed former opponent Spider Montoot, this video evidence of this report surfaced on social media Thursday.
But our differences can mend and has mended for the unity of Groseley, for the future of Groseley. I am Flabo. I am happy to be back home.
The third Groseley native in this equation, but on the other side, is Kenson Bebe Kazime. I spoke with the Labour Party's candidate Friday in the wake of Prudent's endorsement. Bebe is unsurprised. Take a listen.
The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I wonder what the prophet would have thought if he met Terrell R. Prudent. He would have said a triple-minded, and then he would have to, then go to a quadruple-minded man, and he would have to finish that analogy some way. But we've seen him jump from party to party, and of course I grew up knowing Terrell Prudent and of course Leonard Montoot. I grew up on Mary Terrace Street, the very same street, all three of us. But this is testament to the fact that we need a new way, a new era of politics in Groseley. We need a new dynamic individual that is ever sensitive to what's needed in Groseley right now. We do not need business as usual, and it's sad that he's gravitated towards business as usual.
Kenson Kazime says this business as usual has not worked for the constituency of Groseley over the past half-decade. He says they, as in Prudent and Montoot, will be, quote, soundly beaten at the upcoming general election, end quote. Now, Prudent has said he was a close advisor to Sir John. Spider Montoot was his first deputy leader, but was not the chosen successor upon the founding member's death. Speaks volumes, Kazime says.
Well, I mean, it's evident that Sir John did not have any confidence in Spider's leadership. And it's evident that Terrell Prudent, until recently, had no confidence in Spider's leadership. So John decided that Stevenson King was a better option to lead St. Lucia. And what we've seen over the last years is Spider stock has gone down with every passing day. People have had very little confidence and less confidence in him as the parliamentary representative for Groseley. That is why I've received the resounding support that I've received in Groseley, and that is why people have now asked for somebody that is going to put people first.
And not people with selfish, ulterior motives. After garnering 64 votes in a four-way race for the Groseley seat at the 2011 general election, Lucian People's Movement leader Thorold Prudent put in the groundwork on the road to the 2016 polls. In 2016, he more than doubled his vote count to 151 in another unsuccessful bid for the Groseley seat. In 2018, he spoke on a Labour Party platform and in a subsequent interview told me that the LPM was no more, disclosing his intention to contest the Groseley seat on the Labour Party's behalf. He wasn't chosen. Did sour grapes cause this swing?
I think so. I think at the end of the day, we pledged to each other, we looked each other in the eye at a meeting with the political leader and said to each other, whoever was selected, the other would support that individual, because we had a common goal of providing better representation for people of Groseley. But when people get into a level or position where they start thinking about themselves and not necessarily what's best for the people, they tend to gravitate towards what we see, that sort of amalgamation of efforts that is totally contrary to even the people that are close to him want for Groseley right now.
And they have the backing of the political leader, says Kenson. Now, the ability to choose or switch or not choose at all is a guaranteed right under St. Lucia's constitution, and it is not new. The likes of Doctors Vaughan Lewis, Andrew Bolus Raymond, Guy Joseph, and his once opponent Timothy Mangal, and the infamous case of Neville Snack crossing the proverbial floor are all examples where this has occurred. The SLP's Groseley constituency group, however, during the selection stage, had reservations about Prudent's potential candidacy. According to one source, their concern was that the former LPM leader had the affinity for, quote, disengaging when he does not get what he wants, unquote. And that's it for this report. I am Miguel Favre.
Expose lies and deceit. Expect us